Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Near Protocol. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, obviously we've had a flash crash and the price is sitting below our presumed or previously presumed bear market low, which was printed in December 2022 at $1.27 roughly. So we are losing that right now, and obviously for anyone looking to make some short-term gains with this project, this is not good. For me, buying into this thing for the long term and staking, this is really good. In fact, I hope we drop even lower. That's right, I said it. So $1.10 down to 87 cents is going to be a massive support block. Based on the weekly chart on this trading range that we had in 2020, we are potentially going to come back and retest this zone, because once we broke out in December or January 2021, we've never actually come back down and retested that area as support. So potentially that is exactly what we're going to do here in June, July 2023, and then we're going to start rallying into the move into the presumed bull trap that I'm expecting in August/September. So that is what I'm expecting here, guys. Like I said, September, August, we usually have massive moves to the upside. For example, take a look at August 2022. Take a look at August 2021 or August/September, and take a look at, actually the token was not trading back in August 2020. So you can see that we usually have these local peaks in August/September. And that has been happening for altcoins in the past 4 to 5 years on a regular basis. So that is exactly why I'm expecting the same thing, or relatively the same thing to play out this time around. Now, if you want to be buying in right now, I'm not going to stop you. If I had $10,000, I'd probably dump some of that money into Near, because these prices are extremely cheap. I do have a pretty big bag. One of my biggest holdings is Near Protocol. I am staking through the Ledger Live app, and I am going to be getting more down the line. Obviously, my patrons will be advised on all of my buy alerts as soon as they happen, but I'm just going to say that this is really, really cheap. Now, feel free to set up some buy limit orders in this support block. Like I said, this Fibonacci retracement is no longer valid as we are losing the low here. So what we can do right now is we can take a Fib retracement, and we can set it up from the swing high that we printed in February 2023 all the way back down to December 2016. Now, we get our 1.618 target all the way down here at 78 cents roughly. 78 cents is going to be your massive support level to hold, and hopefully that is going to be retested, because like I said, the lower the price goes, the better it is for me and for my average buy-in price. Now, my current average buy-in price, if I'm not mistaken, is somewhere around about $2.20, and I've been buying for the past, I think, 6 months or so. And obviously I want that to be a bit lower, so hopefully we can get it down to $1.50. So I'll keep averaging in, I'll keep staking my coins while we are dumping. The next immediate support down below is $1.10. Depends on what FUD gets thrown into the markets in the next few months. Depends on what happens with Bitcoin, what the SEC says. Maybe they come up with something else and they, start dumping the price. But yeah, I'm not worried about the price whatsoever. Obviously, a lot of people started, complaining and saying, well, what's happening? Are the prices going up? I thought we were in a bull market. Well, guys, I've been saying this for months. We are not in a bull market. This is not a bull market. You're not printing lower lows in a bull market. I've been talking about this for a while, but some people, when they see a few green candles, they see a short-term local uptrend, they think they're in a bull market. Taking a look at the daily RSI, you can see that we are once again in the oversold and we are pretty low. The last time we were this low was back in November 2022, and before that during the inception in November 2020. So this is an extremely good buying opportunity, and if you can see what's happening over here is that we're retesting this resistance trend line as support. Let me show you. We have a resistance touch in February 2023, in March 2023, in March for the second time. We break out, have somewhat of a back test of support, and move to the upside, another back test of support in April. We move up, another breakdown, back test of resistance, then we break out once again in May. This time around, we're coming back and we're retesting this exact trend line as support. So this is how you can use the RSI to identify support levels as well. And based on this, you can take a look at the price. The price is obviously dumping. So you're like, okay, this is a good buying opportunity then, because the last time we saw a bounce from this thing, you know, we could have made some money. Even in April, there was a possibility to make some money. But obviously, that is talking about short term to mid-term. I'm not going to be selling my tokens anytime soon, and I will unstake my tokens, you know, right as we get into the bull market, so I have enough time to start selling whenever we get to our targets, and we'll get to those in just a second once we switch over to the weekly chart. So let's do that. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Okay, so actually switching over to the 3-day chart, not the weekly. So the 3-day chart, and we're gonna take a look at the RSI. Now we've been talking about this for months, literally months. So we had this resistance block above us, and as you can see, every single time you get rejected, you get sent back down, you know, rinse, repeat, until you broke out here in January. And after the breakout, we haven't seen a back test of support until now. Now we are entering this block, but now as support. So previously it was a resistance. Now we broke above, we flipped it to support. So what we can do now is, you know, average in right now. We can potentially consolidate down here for a bit, and then we're going to start moving up and have a move, you know, to the upside from this area. So this is a good buying opportunity based on this resistance, obviously previous resistance, and based on the fact that we are in the oversold on the 3-day chart. The last time we were down here at this exact level was back in December, back in November, and on the 3-day chart, that's the only 2 times before this one where we were actually that low, sitting at the index of 27. Taking a look at the stochastic on the 3-day chart, we're in the oversold. And let's take a look at the MACD, see what's happening here. So we actually got the bearish cross in April. We got the bearish cross in April, and that was your indicator that we're going to be seeing a pullback just like the one we had in March. But this is the 3-day chart. We don't really want to be looking at the MACD on the 3-day. Let's switch over to the weekly and see what's going on over here. This is going to be a bit more interesting. So obviously, these levels right now are going to be off the table because we are losing the low, and we're going to have to drag the fib out to wherever our bear market bottom is going to be at. So this is not going to be active for now. We're going to wait until we bottom out, and hopefully that next bottom is going to be the actual bear market bottom, and then we can start setting up some targets to the upside. Taking a look at the weekly stochastic, obviously in the oversold. Taking a look at the MACD, we are about to print the bearish cross. The last time we did that was back in April 2022, and you can see we had a massive sell-off after that. So is this going to be a similar situation? Potentially. We did have actually a bit of a bearish cross here in November last year, but that was very brief as we instantly had a bullish cross because we had the move to the upside. But this could be a sort of a looking glass. This is a lagging indicator, obviously, but historically speaking, every time you get a bearish cross on the weekly chart, you are, bound to have some sort of a continuation in that same trend. So potentially we're going to be retesting lower levels. Like I said, what we can do as always is drop a fib retracement from the high to the low and take a look at the 1.618 target. 82 cents is what we're getting on the weekly. If you're not okay with buying at 82 cents and that's still expensive for you, I don't know what to tell you guys. Now, taking a look at the price action as well, guys, I quickly want to glance over the 20 MA. You can see that we ran into it as resistance multiple times over here, as you can see, and each time we got rejected. So during a bear market, the 20 MA is a major resistance level. So that is something that you need to keep an eye on if you're looking to swing trade. These two were good opportunities. Obviously, they were risky because the price could have continued to the upside and there's nothing you could have done at that point. So you had to take the risk of selling and hoping the price would dump lower because you got a bit overextended. But at some point, obviously, we're going to have a move to the upside. We're going to break through all the resistances, and then we won't be coming down. We're just going to keep on going into the bull market, just like we did over here in 2021. So this is something to keep in mind for all the swing traders. And we are also losing our major support block which is set from $1.92 down to $1.58. That is a massive support block that we held back in 2021. We broke below it in 2022, then we held it as support for quite a while in 2023 until eventually we broke down below. So let's hopefully find some support down here. We're probably going to retest some of these levels down the line. As you can see, this support level at 95 cents perfectly aligns with the 1.414 of the fib. We can also take a look at this resistance level here. So there are a bunch of levels you can take a look at from 2020. Some of them can be retested just in case. You can set up some buy limit orders, like I said, to be on the safe side, because something like this crash can happen any time of the day. You could be asleep, you could be at work, you're not following the charts 24/7. Just sort of use this as an insurance, so to speak. So thank you all for watching, guys. I want to ask you about your opinion on NEAR. Are you buying in right now? Are you selling because you don't want to be holding the token? What are your long-term targets for the project? And are you going to be buying more during this dip? Are you expecting more downside? Let me know your thoughts in general. I'm really interested in reading those comments. So once again, take care and have a great day, guys.